Hey guys, how you doing? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 hidden techniques that you need to know before the start of Season 3. As it's just before the new season drops, it's the perfect time to be going over some techniques that you may have heard of, but maybe aren't implementing into your own game. These techniques will speed up your gameplay, help you get out of difficult situations, and increase your situational awareness. By improving these areas of your game in time for Season 3, you'll be getting your first win of the season in no time at all. So the first technique I'm going to show you is something that I think is essential that everyone knows, and it's side gliding, and it just helps you parachute a little bit further. So say you're up on top of this building using it tactically and you're on the edge of zone, and then new zone forms and you have to sort of push over this way. Maybe the next power position's the firehouse here. So ordinarily you just jump out, glide across. Obviously you're a little bit vulnerable as you fly across, but once you get here you're going to have to work your way up through here, maybe up the ladder through here, or up the stairs, whatever. Instead of that, we can glide from the top of that building onto the roof of this building, and then the only person you'd ever have to worry about is if they're in the tower up here. So let's just get back on the building. So I do actually see side gliding talked about a fair bit in videos, but I hardly ever see it used in game. So you're going to jump off, turn to the side, and then I'm going to be holding either my A or D keys, and then I should hopefully get onto through here. So we jump off, time to the side, hold the D key. Let's watch. As long as I don't hit a tree, just be getting on the ledge here, up on the roof, and then don't have to worry about anyone apart from up here, and I can jump down where someone definitely would not be expecting me if they're in this room. The side glide's not only perfect for getting yourself between 2 bits of high cover, but you can also just get yourself across wide open areas like this. So we'll jump off the roof, see how far we get. Might get run over here, let's see. Ooh, all good. And we'll ping where we land, right here. And we'll go back and see how much further we get with the side glide. Normally it's about double the distance, so say if you're having to stretch a drop like from the plane, it's a really good way if you get like a really bad plane across the bottom here and you want to go up to military base or dam, want to play a safe early game, it's great for that as well. So let's see how far we can get. So let's run and jump off and side glide and see just how far we can get. As you can see, not even at the right angle, and we're still going well past it. And say for an area like this, where if you land out there, it's very easy for you to get sniped from all of these buildings, or even trucks might run you over and stuff like that. Whereas here, you're straight into cover, and you just run along this wall and rotate in. These are especially good techniques if, say, you've got the storm at your back, say you land up at a military base and you want to jump off these cliffs, and the zone's, say, down here, and you may not have a vehicle or something like that. If you get up to a high point and jump off and side glide, you can outrun the storm very easily using a technique like that. The second technique I'm going to be showing you will help you get in and out of the menu for the buy stations as quickly as possible. The amount of people that I sneak up on, or the amount of times that I've been snuck up on whilst I sort of mess around in the menu. I know it's the plunder menu, but you like going around having to click, then you have to click yes. This is more for keyboard and mouse, as I think controller is a little bit easier to use the buy menu. So as you come into the buy station, you click on it with your mouse, obviously, then press W, then space, and it buys it almost instantly. So I'm just going to show you again, just a little bit faster. So we come in, obviously you'd be on the right tab normally, but we've got on the kill streaks tab, UAV, almost instant like that. And you can do it even quicker if you come in and slide as you're coming past. This way you don't have to even stop moving. So it does take a little bit of practice to do this as you're sliding. So we come in, slide, hold W, and buy, and then we're on our way again. The third technique is actually my favourite of all the techniques I'm going to be showing you today, and that's to mark high value contracts. It works really well at the start of the game, so you see here I've marked the 2 scavenger contracts. In this situation it's not as useful because obviously I've spotted that guy going to get it, but say if I drop down a little bit earlier, you can mark these on your map, just bringing up your map and pinging them, and you can see there that the contract disappears whenever he takes it. So this just lets me know that there's a guy in that area. Obviously in this situation I already knew there was a guy in this area, but here I get to see where he is, and then I can just rotate nicely on. But it also means that there's not a guy where the other scavenger contract is, and that ping stays there for ages. So once that contract does get taken, because it could well get taken at any point in this match, it just gives me a little bit of information that there is a guy there. This technique works even better with vehicles, because you see here once someone got into the chopper and it moved off, there was a little red ping once it started moving, so you can use that to see when people get into vehicles. This is really useful sort of late in the game. Say if there's a guy camping on the top of a hill with a truck, they're using the truck as cover, you're just sort of going around the map, but you're worried that they're going to get into the truck and they might run you over or reposition. But if you mark the truck before they get into it, whenever they do decide to relocate and move around, you'll know when they're about to move and get a little red ping telling you, you know what, oh, there's a guy moving about now, you have to be a little bit more careful of him. The fourth technique, which helps you get your gun up a little bit faster, say if you're having to reload in the middle of a fight, is reload cancelling. So we'll fire a few bullets. We already had And I'm holding the trigger down now, and watch the ammo in the bottom right hand corner when it gets to 150. And then you can see there's a significant amount of time between when it reaches 150 and then when I get to fire. So now I'll reload, holding the fire trigger down as well, watch when it goes to 150. And there, all I was doing was pressing switch weapon twice. So to show you one more time, holding fire, press switch weapon twice as you see it go to full mag, and there we go. And this is not only useful, I was doing it with a big mag there just to show like that's a big long reload time, but it works with all guns. So the FVR, holding it, you see it goes to 50, little animation, and then you fire. Whereas now we'll reload, holding the thing, quick run, and then you can fire again a lot quicker. So when you see it go to 50, you can double press your weapon swap button and you'll be getting back into the fight a lot quicker. In the middle of a fight, this can really be key. So say you're trading shots with someone over here, fire a few shots, imagine your mag's out, reload quickly, watching when it goes to 50, and then you can get out a lot quicker than if they were wasting time having to do the full animation, and you should be able to get shots to them before they can even hit you, and you should be able to take them out nice and quick. Now for a quick bonus section that I'm going to call ladder time. So for the first little tip in this section, as you come up ladder like this, there's actually quite a few buildings in the map with a window next to it like this. You can jump off the ladder into the window like this, and you should be able to take anyone in this whole room by surprise and take them out nice and easy. For the second part of our ladder special, and you're hearing that right, yes, there are two special things about ladders. We have to be up in the top of the firehouse, as it's about the only place where this is actually useful, but you can get on a ladder, and if you hold down crouch, you can slide all the way down, like that, and it doesn't even hurt you, all the way from the top. Slide down as fast as you want, and it is perfectly fine. We'll see, nice and quick, all the way down. I mean, in most cases, say like on the cranes or the ladders on the outside of buildings, it's not that useful because you can just jump off and pull your chute right at the bottom. But for this, say if you're getting airstriked up there and you know that if you jump out of this sort of tower, you're going to get sprayed down by someone, you can get all the way down nice and quick, nice and safely, a lot faster than just going up and down like this. Just a nice little niche tip if you're ever in that situation. For the fifth and final tip, I think most people already know this, but just in case, I'm going to show it to you now. There's another guy coming to that. Let's see. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to pop our UAV. And then if we look at the minimap, we can see this person, just a normal little dot by themselves. They're on our level. This person with a little arrow above them means that they're going to be above our level. So this is just because they're on the raised hill, or maybe it's because they're dropping in. And thankfully, after I got taken out, we can see that everyone should have a little down arrow underneath them. It shows they're beneath us on this little level. But even if, say, we're on the roof here, I should still be above them enough that, so we see that guy, we can still see they have little down arrows. And it just helps your situational awareness. So, you know, say if you're by the airport, you see a little up arrow, you know they're on the roof. Whereas if they're got a little arrow without any, or a little dot without any arrows, they're on your own level. So say if you're on top of a building and you're worried because you see a little red dot next to you, make sure you check if it's a dot or if it's got an arrow next to it, because then you know whether they're like beneath you in the building or if they're about to come through the door, stuff like that. Whilst we're talking about UAVs, might as well just quickly say, for the minimap, make sure it's square rather than circle. I think it's circle by default, but if you go into your settings, go into general, scroll down, minimap shape, go round to square, and this just makes it slightly bigger. I think it's about 20% bigger, and it's not like it's in a place in the screen where it obscures your view. Just a no-brainer to always have that setting on. So these are the 5 hidden techniques which you really should be using in your game. They may only give you a small advantage, but sometimes that's all there is between winning and losing a fight. If there are any other hidden mechanics I've not talked about, especially if they're to do with ladders, put them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video or learnt something new, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.